Hello everyone, I'm Shreya Galewad from MCA first year and today I'll be presenting on a very important topic in software project management, fundamentals of software testing. This presentation will help us understand what software testing is, why it's needed, and its type, techniques and tools used in real world projects. Let's begin. Software testing is the process of checking whether a software application works as expected or not. It helps us to find errors or bugs in the software. For example, imagine you are using a shopping app and it crashes every time you try to place an order. Testing helps us prevent such issues. The main purpose is to improve the quality of product and ensure customer satisfaction. Now, let's move on to the objectives of software testing. The main object of testing are: first, to identify defects or bugs in the software; second, to make sure the software is reliable and performs well; third, to validate that the software meets all requirements; and finally, to ensure high quality before software is delivered. Without testing, even a small bug can cause major issues like app crashes, data loss, or security problem. With these objectives in mind, let's explore the types of testing. There are many types of testing and each serves a different purpose. Manual testing is done by humans without any tools. It's time consuming but useful for smaller projects. Automated testing uses tools and script to run tests quickly and repeatedly, used for large projects. Black box testing is where we test input and outputs without looking at the code. White box testing is the opposite. Here we check the internal logic of the program. Unit testing is done at the code level, testing small parts like functions. Integration testing checks how different parts of software work together. Each type of ensure the product is suitable at different stages. Now that we know the types, let's move on to the software testing lifecycle or STLC. STLC stands for Software Testing Lifecycle. It includes all the steps involved in testing. First, requirement analysis. We understand what needs to be tested. Second, test planning. We plan our strategy, tools, and resources. Third, test case development. Here we write the actual test cases. Fourth, environment setup. We prepare the hardware and software requirement for testing. Fifth, execution. We run our test cases and check results. Sixth, test cycle closure. Finally, we document everything and close the testing process. This approach ensures that no step is missed and all areas are covered. Now, let's move on to the levels of testing. Testing happens at multiple levels. Unit testing. This is done by developers. They test small part of code individually. Integration testing. This is when we combine modules and check if they work together. System testing. At this stage, we test the entire system as whole. Acceptance testing. Done at the final stage to make sure the software meets business needs or customer requirements. Each level adds a layer of confidence in the final product. Now, let's explore the techniques we use during testing. There are two main types of techniques. First, static testing and dynamic testing. In static testing, this is done without executing code. It includes document reviews and code walkthroughs. In dynamic testing, here we actually run the program and observe how it behaves. Other helpful techniques are boundary value analysis. testing at the edge of valid input, equivalence partitioning, dividing input into groups and testing one from each, decision table testing, using rules to cover multiple combinations. This technique helps us to test smartly and avoid missing critical issues. Now, let's move on to the tools used in testing. In today's industry, testing is incomplete without tools. Some commonly used tools are Selenium for automating web application testing, JUnit used for unit testing in Java projects, TestNG, an advanced testing framework, Postman helps in testing APIs, Bugzilla used to report and track bugs. These tools save time, reduce manual efforts, and improve accuracy. To sum up, software testing is a crucial part of software development process. It helps us ensure that the product is working correctly, safely, and efficiently. Without testing, we may deliver a product full of bugs, which may could damage user trust and company's reputation. By following the right process, using the correct techniques, and applying powerful tools, we can improve software quality greatly. I hope this presentation helped you understand the basics of software testing. Thank you.